been left as ghost towns, as gusty winds and dry conditions have allowed the 5 major fires, named Palisades, Eaton, Hearst, Lydia and Sunset, to quickly spread. Donald Trump and LA locals have referred to the fires as apocalyptic, with black smoke blocking out the sky and glowing red embers blowing across the city. The Palisades fire is the most destructive in Los Angeles' history and has burned more than 17,000 acres, according to CAL FIRE. Most of those blazes started Tuesday, but new fires continue to start, with a blaze in Studio City being extinguished. 5 people died in the Eaton fire that is burning in Altadena and Pasadena, as apocalyptic scenes have seen that inferno rip through homes. Some 100,000 people have been forced to evacuate from that fire, which is burning near denser suburbs than the Palisades blaze. The Sunset Fire is burning in the Hollywood Hills and is beginning to threaten iconic locations like the Hollywood sign and the Hollywood Bowl. Parts of Sunset Boulevard have been torched in the Sunset Fire, leaving one of the most iconic streets in the world in rubble and buildings gutted. Hollywood Boulevard, which includes the Walk of Fame and the silver screen's most famous cinemas, are under evacuation orders. Celebrities like John Goodman, Anthony Hopkins, Paris Hilton, Billy Crystal and Miles Teller have seen their multi-million-dollar homes tragically burned down. Biden's disgraced son Hunter has seen his rental home turn to rubble, with the $15,000 Malibu pad razed to the ground. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., President-elect Donald Trump's pick to be his next Secretary of the Department of Health, told CBS News that his home in Brentwood was evacuated. Residents of the Hollywood Hills, whose properties are at risk, include Leonardo DiCaprio, Lady Gaga and Quentin Tarantino. Some 7,500 desperate firefighters are bravely trying to contain the fires, but the biggest remain at 0% contained. 2 water companies have told residents in Altadena to not drink tap water and to not even treat it by boiling it because of possible contamination. Santa Monica has declared a curfew from sunset to sunrise for part of the city under mandatory evacuation. A high number of significant injuries have also been caused by burns, but it is not clear what exactly that figure is yet. Air quality has plummeted across the city to a hazardous level, with Altadena currently seeing worse air than New Delhi. People have been pulled from burning buildings as reckless residents refuse to leave despite clear warnings from officials to do so. Aerial bombardment of the fires has restarted after winds had been too strong late on Tuesday night. But dry conditions are continuing, pushing the exhausted firefighters to the limit, with hurricane-force winds expected to last for days. City Manager Miguel Marquez called the past hours brutal, adding that people had put their own lives at risk to save others. He said how police officers had been door to door evacuating those still in their homes, which has saved lives, calling their efforts heroic. He said, "We will not relent, we will heal, we will rebuild." 3 people have been arrested for allegedly looting in the fire-hit areas, according to the LA County Sheriff. Over 30,000 acres across Los Angeles have been burned since the fires began on Monday. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection said the Palisades fire was sparked by a backyard fire before strong winds fanned embers to neighbouring areas. Canyon Bakery owner Patrice Winter told the LA Times the fires were like Armageddon. He said, quote, "That's all I can say. What they're showing on the news is really real. They're not sensationalizing any of this. It's what I saw with my own eyes. It rocks your world."